David Walzog. I've met you quite a while ago. You've been at the Wynn Las Vegas.
For 6 years.
Moving from one place to another.
Yeah.
And right now you're taking care of 2 restaurants.
2 restaurants. I have SW Steakhouse and also Lakeside right across the hallway here.
So tonight I want to talk about SW Steakhouse.
Sure.
I have been here a few times. I have people calling me, oh, I'm going to Vegas for one night. Where do I go for dinner? I say, okay, hold on. There's only one place you can go for dinner if you have one night in Vegas. And you want to remember, if you, a Vegas experience. So
sure. Truly
Vegas experience, for me, it's SW Steakhouse. You're right on the Lake of Dreams. And it's a dream when we have dinner here. I prefer to eat on the terrace.
Sure.
Because what happened during dinner is the lake comes alive.
Comes to life, yeah. Every half hour. So there's great shows that happen.
More than half hour.
It should be. Right now they're half hour, and guests really enjoy that visual activity that happens. Great synchronized shows that really light up the lake with a lot of different things. Music,
holographic people coming out of the lake.
Yeah.
There's a huge cascade in the back. The water stops, and then the movie gets projected.
There's even a frog that sings a Garth Brooks song.
Right. And there's this huge flower that comes in and out. So that's, and every time I send people over, say, you're right, that was the perfect place. So because of part 1 of the ambience and what's going on, then we'll do part 2 will be about the food. You're going to be Gayot 2012 Insider Speak in the US. We picked 10 restaurants throughout the country in whatever market, and you're one of the 10. Like if I want one night in Vegas, that's what I will recommend people to go, is to go to SW Steakhouse.
Oh, super. Thanks so much.
SW Steakhouse stands for Steve Wynn.
Sure does.
And it's a steakhouse. So there are some classic items on the menu. There's a great surf and turf. I remember having that one.
Sure.
So tell me about the menu.
So right now, I mean, that's adjusted a little bit over the few months, but Wagyu beef with scallops, shiitake mushrooms and leeks, and the shellfish bordelaise. So really nice dish. But the menu or the genre of steakhouse, everybody knows what to kind of expect. And then it's kind of up to us in the kitchen and my management team and sous chefs to really, put that creative twist on every single dish. That's you know what's going to come at you. In reading the menu, it looks very familiar and comfortable, knowing a steakhouse. But what comes on the plate is totally different.
Yeah,
and that's
even
where
the presentation.
And the presentation and surprise ingredients and just fun stuff.
So what would be surprise ingredients?
So, thinking about an iceberg salad, this is simple, right? So iceberg salad with blue cheese, everybody knows that that's such a hallmark or trademark for a steakhouse, right? But the one here is house smoked black pepper bacon, a big slab on top that, is an element in which that's part of the dish, but when it comes, it's got this gigantic wow factor and, and surprise element of the bacon. So it's things like that, and then, lobsters from around the world, and just, let's talk about it, the top quality beef. I mean, we're really sourcing and buying and cooking, and, the beef is perfect.
Okay, another beef dish. Besides the Wagyu with the prawns that I had.
Sure. Well, one thing that we really do well are the double cuts. So there's a double cut porterhouse, which right there. So we're standing here and we're talking about it, and it's hanging behind us. But then the double ribeye or côte de boeuf, right? So we chili rub that and serve it with grilled onions and some sweet and jalapeno peppers. People really enjoy having just a little bit of spice with all that fat, well marbled beef. That's become really, really special dish here at SW. So it's all about the beef, and it's about special touches and really cool ingredients.
Yeah, you do that very well. And I remember the dessert. It was something very impressive when I got.
So the funnel cakes?
Yeah, you like to play with desserts and make a big decor out of it.
The tree with funnel cakes. So we worked shareable for desserts. After a big great steak meal and red wines and everything, the shellfish to start and everything that kind of comes with it. People have room for dessert, but they don't have room for dessert. And they don't want to commit to a big giant piece of chocolate cake or cheesecake and things like that. So we developed, or my pastry chef, Kim Valdez, developed a dessert that's made of funnel cake. So it's fried dough, kind of like a donut, that hang from these little branches of a tree with three different dipping sauces and some chocolate-covered strawberries. So it works really well in that if you're not down for, having a real big dessert, you can certainly partake or share that in the middle of the table. So another fun element. So takes the familiar stuff and really puts the wow factor into it.
Okay, and then a little word about the wine list.
Well, the wine list is very extensive with California, French, Bordeaux, Burgundies. The wine team is magical in, taking guests on a little bit of a ride in, they know what they want in varietals and from where and all that stuff, but the identity of specific wines and flavors, they can really drive it really, really well with the dining experience. So
for a dream dinner, Lake of Dreams, SW Steakhouse at the Wynn. Thank you,
Chef. Thank you.